Again, in paralytic squint, what happens? The primary muscle underacts that lead to the overaction of its yoke muscle, which is in the other eye, and the spasm of its antagonist muscle, which is in the same eye. So in the end, yoke muscle of the antagonist also goes into inhibitional palsy. So in right lateral rectus palsy, let me tell you that in step 1, what happens? In the right lateral rectus goes into under action, that is the primary muscle, and then in the left yoke muscle of the right lateral rectus is left medial rectus, so it overacts. So over action of yoke muscle, and the antagonist of the right lateral rectus is right medial rectus, so antagonist goes into the spasm of antagonist, and finally left lateral rectus is yoke muscle of the is the yoke muscle of the antagonist muscle, so that goes into inhibitional palsy. So how will you manage the horizontal sequelae of the muscle paralysis? The underaction, that can be treated with Jensen or Hamilsham procedure. Overaction of the yoke muscle and the spasm of antagonist, they both can be treated with muscle recession, myotomies, posterior fixation sutures, all the left lateral rectus which goes into the inhibitional palsy, that can also be strengthened by resection. So these are the sequelae of the muscle paralysis in horizontal muscle palsy. So I hope now with this video you understand how to manage how the sequelae occurs. First the underaction, then yoke muscle into overaction, antagonist into spasm, and antagonist's yoke muscle into inhibitional palsy, and then you can correct it at all 4 steps. And step 1, underaction Jensen or Hamilsham, overaction of yoke muscle with recession, spasm of antagonist with recession, inhibitional palsy with resection. At the end of the video, I would like to thank Professor Imran Akram Sahaf Saab, who taught us this sequelae of horizontal as well as vertical muscle paralysis in the easiest possible way, and so that we should not forget it. Thank you very much.